Hey guys, my customer actually just ordered a Classy cart, so here we are going to set it up for him. So this is actually how it was delivered to my place, and this is how we deliver all over the United States. Sometimes we ship UPS, but for the most part, it's going to be saran wrap, just like this, and really easy to take apart. This is a foldable cart, so there's those magnet locks that I'm taking out right now. So I take out the right one, and now I'm going to take out the left one. This is a really easy cart to take apart, and so first we're going to take it apart really quickly, and then we're going to put it back together very fast. I'm just locking the wheels right there, taking out all the contents from there, taking out the Barista Easy plum case, and the shoes for the Barista Easy plum case, and some of the top counters. And that's the shelf. So you actually want to take that out because you don't want water to go everywhere. That's just for ventilation purposes. And now I'm taking out the screws that I just showed for the right and the left. They're just fly screws, pretty easy to do. Take off the counter, the sides, and all that good stuff. And doing the front panel now, and now we're just going to put it back together. Very light panels, by the way, in comparison with other parts out there. And you just want to make sure that the magnets are on the outside. And this goes together just like a regular puzzle would. And again, just making sure that the magnets are on the outside of the cart. So we're going to lock up the cart once we do this. We're putting together the wings, just like a jigsaw puzzle. And let's go ahead and do the left side as well. This is my favorite Classy car. I love the white color. And that's the middle support for heavier machines. And now back with the counter. So the counter actually could be switched to the left or to the right. The holes, it doesn't matter. So I'm going to switch it to the left actually. So again, you could go to the right if you wanted. Now we're putting back the magnet locks. And yeah, you want to make sure the flat part's up. People always forget that. And let's go ahead and put in the hardware. We're going to put in the hardware. We're only going to utilize a few pieces of the hardware. We do not need to utilize all the holes. You only want to do all the holes if you're going to be stationary. Otherwise, it's way too much work. Only 2 on each side is fine. And I'm doing all this one-handed, so that's the reason why it's taking me a little longer than it should. And of course, we're just gonna use the fly screw. When doing the fly screws, you want to screw in the head part, not the fly, because screwing in the fly is kind of hard, so you want to do the head part of the screw when you're screwing it in. And yeah, time for the wings here. Getting almost done here. We're gonna do it in the front hole and the back hole. We're not gonna utilize all the holes because it's just, again, way too many holes. Only if you're gonna be stationary, I would utilize all the holes. Most of the hardware bag are extras. And you will get very quick utilizing those screws. You get used to it. So now I'm feeding in the faucet. And the faucet just goes in with compression, so you just kind of wiggle it in. And then now we are going to feed in the hoses to the top. The bottom is going to be the drainage for the sink. And you know, you could always play around with what works best for you. I mean, it doesn't have to be exactly like this. All right, so we fed it in again because I am one-handed while I'm doing this. Now time for the stainless steel sink. And now time for the rinser. You could actually do the rinser in the front or the back. It's the same hole. So it's your preference as a barista. And now time for the knockbox. And it is bottomless for the knockbox. And now we are putting in the shelf. You want to make sure the smooth side is on the outside because on the other side of the shelf it's rough. And you just want to, hold the hoses as you actually put everything in, and then you could, go ahead and put everything through the holes. This setup should only take about 15 minutes if you're doing it for the first time. Well, if you're doing it for the first time, maybe 20, but if you keep on going, you should get this done in like 8 minutes or even less than that. I can get it done very quickly, but of course I designed this. And now we have the Barista Easy Plum case again. We are going to install the little wooden shoes. They remind me of little elf shoes. And then we're going to put the second one on. There is a hardware bag back there, so go ahead and remember to utilize that. And now we're going to set up the faucet. So you cannot get it confused. The faucet male part has to go into the mount, the Barista Easy Plum case, and then the female has to go into the hot water heater. It's impossible to get it confused because they're two separate parts. And then we're going to put the silicone hose onto the water heater stem. You only put it on about 1/2 inch. Again, just using compression. And that's the hose for the rinser, fresh water connection. And now we have the fresh water. We're going to go ahead and put in the suction tube into the 5-gallon. This is all simple for the most part when it comes to plumbing and all that good stuff. This is meant to be a very fast setup if you don't know anything about plumbing. And we are we're connecting the Barista Easy Plum case to the fresh water source. It's all quick disconnects. And now we have the drainage going into the 5-gallon. That's the drainage for the rinser and the sink. And that's the espresso hose. So when you know what espresso machine you have, you'll want to use this for your espresso machine. That will make it go into the Barista Easy Plum case. You will need to utilize a part that goes with it though. And now we are hooking up the Barista Easy Plum case with the rinser. And this is important. You need to prime the rinser. So we're priming it to get all the air out of the system. This is one of the most important things you can do for your entire setup, or you will have issues. So you just prime it by keep on pushing it down until all the air comes out and the pump stops. And now we're doing the sink. So we already connected the sink and all that. So we're just waiting for the hot water to come. It will take 2 minutes. I fast forwarded this, so it takes about maybe 1.5 minutes for the hot water to actually come out. You do need to press that hot water button, and the fresh water now that should be instant right when you hook it up. And now we're plugging in the hot water heater. And you do want to keep the hot water heater on low. And now we are setting up the knock box with a baggie and a rubber band. I like cutting off the top of the bag, so it's a lot easier. And we are done. Some notes would be, do not hold the cart by the wings or it will break. I'm saying no, no, no. And now let's go in front of the cart and give it a little spin. Came out nice. Looks good. Good luck, you guys. If you have any questions, please contact us.